I had work from 8:30 to 4:30. I would rush home, get something to eat, and go to class at 5:30. Often at times, classes didn't end till 10 o'clock at night if I had 2 classes back to back. Of course, I was going home then and studying then for the next day's class or preparing. So many nights I didn't go to bed till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I was back up at 5:36. So it was days with not very much sleep and still having to function at work.
My day was lunch hours. I had my lunch hours at work. I had to take that and catch up with homework. I didn't get to go out for lunch most times. I grab a bite by my desk, finish up my homework. Sometimes I will ask my boss for an extra hour so I could complete some homework.
I did 4 nights a week and working full-time as well. So it was a bit of a juggle, but I thank God that He gave me the strength to be able to do it, because I look back at it now and was wondering, how did I manage for 2 years to do 4 classes a week? It's a bit mind-boggling now, but God's grace is sufficient.
The long days would be exhausting, obviously, and especially at ICCI when we would do classes back to back, when I would have to do classes back to back. And so most nights I would get home around 10:30 at night, and so that was challenging, having, you know, small kids and homework assignments and their, you know, individual lives and sorting them out, especially being 2 boys. It was very challenging, but as I look back at it now, you know, I wouldn't change it for anything. The only regrets I would have is that I didn't do it before.
The supportiveness of the ICCI staff, their encouragement they give along the way, the teachers, the inspiration that they are. Your teachers play a big role in how much you are to achieve. So to have the right teachers in the right classroom with the right motivation is very essential.
The class that stood out the most to me at ICCI was business law. I dreaded that class. I thought it was going to be very boring, but Scott made it very interesting, and he kept your attention the whole time. It was a lot of studying, but of course that's part of college. And I guess the other class was probably statistics. I just couldn't figure grasping the whole concepts of the equations, and but the teacher was very good, and I came out with an A, so I was happy.
The one thing that stands out to me during my tenure at the college was when I failed my comprehensive exam. It was devastating for me, but Scott reassured me that my scores were so close to passing that it would just take a little bit more out of me and I would have passed it. So I got that assurance from Scott, which, you know, guided me along, and, you know, he gave me the encouragement. It happens, and it happens to, you know, I mean, it's not the end of the world. So I really put my head to the books and I passed it the second time, but it was devastating for me because all of my friends passed it and I felt, well, is something wrong with me? But it's just that I had an incident the night before, a family incident, and it took away my concentration. And the exam is a very long exam, so you need to know, you got to concentrate. So the next time I took it and I passed.
One of the fondest memory I have at ICCI was my last instructor. It was my final accounting class, and in advanced accounting, the instructor was fairly new to ICCI. And initially when the class started out, I felt like, oh no, this is definitely it. I can't go on anymore. I thought, you know, he was going to be tough. It was going to be difficult, and I think all of the students felt that way. We had difficulties initially interpreting his accent, and it was just a whole bunch of things. But through it all, and to the end, you know, it ended up that he is now the instructor that I talk of all the time. I can call him anytime. I've seen him, you know, personally, out casually many times, and I can say to him, you know, you definitely left some fond memories with me.
Oh, there's so many things that stand out to me. There were so many awesome teachers. I think of Lonnie Tibbetts and just the way he made accounting come alive. The other thing that stand out for me was when Katie and Scott came and took over, and just the way the administration started to change and all the positives we started to see in the college. The higher level of teaching we were actually receiving, just their expectations for the students.